Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here. I'm going to shoot you another video. Today the topic is why you should almost never settle your injury case if you have a surgery or a big procedure that has yet to be done. So a guy called me. He had irreconcilable differences with his attorney. The reason they had irreconcilable differences was the attorney wanted to settle the case and the client needed a surgery. So I always tell people, super dangerous to settle a case before you have a big procedure. Why? Because anything could happen in that procedure. God forbid you could die in that procedure. Highly unlikely these days, but it could happen. Or there could be a complication, or the surgery could make you worse, or the surgery could not cure what it was intended to cure, and you might need another surgery. I've represented several people over the years who thought they had one surgery to look forward to, and they end up with 2, 3. I even represented a lady with a bad hip and leg fracture where 6 surgeries in, she's still in terrible pain. What would happen if she settled her case before the first surgery, assuming that there was only one surgery necessary? Well, she'd be out of luck, because once you settle a case, you can't go back and ask for more. So that's why I tell people you should almost never do it, right? What are some exceptions when it's okay to do it? If your attorney has a real good reason why, for example, the attorney has looked at the evidence and thinks you're going to lose the case if you go to trial, and that settling it is the better move, and getting the surgery through your health insurance if you've got it is a better move, that sometimes is a real thing. What if there is a problem in the medical records? So for example, let's say you have a car accident and for 6 solid months you're only complaining of your neck, you never complain of any other body part. That's what all the medical records say, and then all of a sudden you're about at the end of your treatment, and then you tell the doctor your back is starting to hurt you, and you relate it to the car accident. Doctor gives you a bunch of back treatment, says you need back surgery. The problem is, the way we evaluate these cases is, what's going to happen in front of a jury? What will a stranger think? And the problem is, if you are in a car accident, you go to the ER, you take an ambulance ride, you go to your family doctor, you get a specialist, you go and do PT, you go and get an MRI of your neck. For 6 months, it's all neck, no references to low back. And then all of a sudden, when your neck is wrapping up, that's the first time the medical records document a back injury. I'm telling you, a regular person listening to that is going to think your back's not related to the car accident. And, your lawyer can also talk to your doctors and see if your doctors think it's related, and see how they explain why back complaints are not related. And look, if your doctor has a good justification for why your back, like it might be your doctor is like, yes, he was in here every week complaining about his back, but his neck was the more intense problem, so we dealt with it one at a time. Now, a doctor can say that. Will it pass the sniff test with a jury? Will 12 strangers in a box listen to that and say, oh yeah, it's normal for a doctor not to document an injury. They only document the worst one. Well, everybody knows that's not how it works. The doctor's supposed to write down everything that's wrong. But, if you at least have doctor support, you can go forward in a case like that. But if you have a 6-month neck injury case, that has a very different value than 6-month neck plus a back surgery, right? So it might be in a case like that, and only a lawyer in possession of all the facts can really tell you. Those are just 2 examples, right? But they're really important to consider. I do talk to a lot of people a lot of time who are in this circumstance, and they're like, well, what am I supposed to do? I need back surgery now. I need surgery. I think it's related to the accident, and I just have to sit down and show them the medical records and explain this to them. But it could be that, really what it comes down to is 2 things, right? Either you're in a situation where your lawyer is telling you settle the case and you think they're settling it too soon. And everything's reasonably related, and you went to the doctor and your doctor believes it's all accident related. In that circumstance, settling might not be a good idea. Your lawyer better sit you down and give you real ironclad reasons why, right? And if they don't, why aren't they telling you? They get paid from your case. They need to be explaining that stuff to you. The other option is that it's, that it's slam dunk related. It's either obviously related or not obviously related or unrelated. And what it comes down to is, can you prove it? Are you going to be able to prove it at trial? Because that's how insurance companies evaluate the case. Are they afraid of what might happen at trial, or are they not? And if they're not afraid, they don't want to pay money on the case. And then you have to ask yourself the question, is a bird in the hand worth two in the bush? In other words, I can get a good settlement for my neck. My lawyer doesn't think I can prove that the back is related. I can see their point under the circumstances. I don't think it's a slam dunk. Maybe I don't want to swing for the fences. Maybe there's not enough insurance to pay me for the back anyway. But that's not like an off-the-cuff thing. That's not some decision you can make just in the weeds, lost in the wilderness. You need to have a good idea of what's going on in the case before you make a decision like that. And the best way to do it is to have a lawyer who cares about you and who is familiar with your case and isn't just looking to turn a quick buck. So that's the moral of the story. You almost never want to settle your case until your surgeries are done, because you don't want to have a problem and then the case is closed, especially if there's big insurance money that can afford to pay you more. But, if it's a small case, there's not enough insurance, there's no one to get money from, or there's a real problem with being able to prove that it's related, those are the exceptions. So every case is different. So you do need somebody who knows what they're doing, who can sit down and talk to you about that, okay? So listen, thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate your viewership. I hope this information helps you. I do this sincerely to help injured people, because I talk to so many people every year who don't really know how these things work, and they make a mistake and then they're up late at night. Then they start getting treated like crap because the insurance company thinks they got them right where they want them, or their lawyer won't talk to them, or their lawyer won't tell them anything. That's why I shoot the videos, to give you a little peace of mind. The secondary reason, obviously, is I'm a lawyer. I represent injured people. I sure would appreciate it that if you or a loved one needs a lawyer, that you give me a call, okay? Free consultation. You can call my number anytime, day or night, and the phone will get picked up. The phone number is 312-500-4500, 312-500-4500. No obligation, free consultation. Hope to hear from you. Otherwise, I hope your family's well. I've got great tools on my website. If you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I've got the Case Cash Calculator below, link below. It tells you what your case might be worth in 15 seconds flat. Real easy to do, no obligation, completely free. And then I also have the Do I Have a Good Case Calculator. Tells you whether you have a good case or whether you have a case that might have some challenges. Again, real quick to use, 100% free to use. On my website, link in the description. If you enjoy my content and you would be so kind to leave me a 5-star review on Google, it would really help my business out. I'm competing against multi-millionaire guys from out of state and from all over the place. And there's lawyers whose advertising is being funded by doctors, and venture capital groups is the rumor. And so it's tough to do it the way I do it, small, involved in every case, actually talk to people, actually spend time with people. But that's how I try and do it. So a review would make a big difference. Link in the description. You just cut and paste it in your browser. Click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit. 5 or 10 seconds for you, invaluable for me, and I would truly appreciate it. So thank you for watching, and have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.